Hello guys, so today I'm going to be taking you on a step-by-step video of how I make my meat pie dough recipe. Also, I'm going to be showing you what ingredients I used as well as the measurements. So here I have my flour. I'm going to be using this flour. This is an all-purpose flour. Also, I'm going to use this is just the sunflower oil. I have my butter here. I just took it out from the fridge. Also, I'm going to use salt, nutmeg. I also have my cup of water. It's cold water. You see I put ice there, so I'm going to use this as well. So let's begin. So first we're going to measure the flour. If you have this kind of measuring cup, this will be very helpful. So I'm using this measuring cup, and it says here, it says 1 cup. So I'm going to measure 4 cups of this. So some people usually just dip the cup in and take it like that, but that's not how I do it. What I do, I just remove some of the top flour here. I'm going to measure 4 of this into my bowl. So that's 4 cups. So if I'm going to weigh these 4 cups, and let's see how much that will give us. So that's 484 grams already. So if you're using the scale to measure your flour, don't measure 800 grams. You can see it's actually not 800. So 4 cups will give you roughly 545 grams, which is, you can say 550 grams of this cup. So the measurement is 550 grams, not 800 grams. Guys, you can see it's actually not 800 grams, it's 545 grams, roughly 550 grams of flour you need if you're using the weight to measure it. But if you're using the cup, like this kind of cup, which I normally use, I normally just use this. I just like measure, I call this 1 cup, you know. I just measure 1 of this and slant it, and I measure 4 of this. That's how I get my measurement. And to this, I add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Stir that together. And I'm going to add the 200 grams of butter, cold butter. I just add this, and we're going to mix. As you can see, guys, we've made a lot of mess. Usually I just would mix this with my hand mixer, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to make a little bit of mess. So now we got this, we're going to add the oil. So with the same cup, I'm going to measure, I'm going to use the smallest one. The smallest one to measure 1/4 cup of oil. So I'm going to pour this in. And we're going to mix. I get confused with the measurement as well. So usually I use this cup to do my measurements. But because for the purpose of this video, I had to get the scale to know exactly the weight, because certain ingredients don't measure the same weight. The sugar and the flour, for instance, oil, they don't have the same weight. So most people, especially me, get confused with this measurement. So, but the measurement for the meat pie is correct. It's just what you use in your measurement and how you measure it. That makes the difference. So now it's time to add the water. Once you get to this consistency. By the way, the nutmeg is optional, but I just like it inside. So the next we're going to use is the 1/2 cup. If you have this kind of cup, you see, first I use the biggest cup, and then I use the smallest cup, and then I'm going to use the second one. This is the 1/2 cup of cold water. The reason I'm adding cold water, you can add just ordinary tap water. You don't have to put ice. But I put ice in mine because we're in the summer season now, and it's getting hotter. It's a bit hot in my kitchen, so that's why I'm using the cold water. But you can use just tap water, but it shouldn't be warm water. It shouldn't be warm water at all. So we have the half cup of water, and that's what we're going to use. Just gently. This water is enough. As you mix, you add the water. As you mix, you add the water. And it should be enough for this mixture. So that's all. That's enough. You see it's coming together now. The tricky part about this very recipe, when you start rolling, you have to be careful because it will break easily, but that's what you want. That's how you get the crunch to the meat pie. So now we're just going to put it together. I'm planning to make a chicken pie, and I'm going to make a video of it tomorrow. So that's why I'm making the dough. I'm going to pop it in the fridge till tomorrow. I'm going to make. So if you want to see that video of how I make the chicken pie, join me next week. I'm going to wrap it in the film and pop it in the fridge. Not the freezer, the fridge. You can put it in the freezer if you're planning to use it for, let's say, in 3 days time or a week time. I actually have one already in the freezer I used before, but it's not going to be enough, so I had to make more. So you can freeze it. This one has been in the freezer for past 2 weeks now. You just wrap it up and I pop it in the fridge. Okay guys, thanks for joining me. If you have any question about this video or the recipe, please leave your comments and I'll get back to you. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.